I just have a few questions here that I want to ask you today. So let's see. What are you looking to achieve here today?
Well, today, what we're trying to do is to, one, reinvest the money that was going to be used to build 3 new prison facilities and reinvest that into actually helping students, actually helping youth so that they don't end up in prison in the first place, and rehabilitate those youth that are in the prison.
Okay. What solutions can you propose that will not only stop the building of prisons but also benefit communities in this issue? Like, what solutions can you propose that will solve this problem?
So the solutions that I would propose
Yes.
would just be to invest more into actual things like education and community services that students can engage in, rather than having to resort to anything that would have them end up in jail in the first place.
Yes.
Actually invest in things like education, so that we value going to school more than any potential benefit from doing anything else.
Okay. Let's see. Now, for the next question, let's see here. What motivated you to come out today?
Just the fact that there was an issue, the fact that they are trying to build prisons within Newark, but then also the prospect of there being a solution. So the reason I'm really out here is because I see this as a way that we can solve the problem and actually live in a world that is better than it is right now.
Okay. Now, I only have a few more questions. Let's see. Did you know about also the problem of wage gap in Newark? I mean, in all of New Jersey?
Yes.
Like, the big disparity between, racial...
Yeah, there's a large wealth gap between people.
I just wanted to ask, do you have a solution to that, or a solution to that? Or if you have, ideas of ways to solve it?
One solution that I think would be best...
can you speak a little bit louder?
Yeah, one solution that I think that would be best would be to increase taxes on those who profit the most within the state. So you increase taxes on those who profit the most within the state and use that money and reinvest into historically hurt communities. So you reinvest in the communities where poverty is at the all-time high, and you build up those communities. One possible direct solution would just be universal basic income, where we literally give money to poor people. We literally give money to everybody within the state, and that would definitely decrease or reduce the wealth gap. Another solution would just be to focus on building up the education system so that we have an education system that's just as good as anywhere else within the country or the world.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
So question one, what motivated you to come out? What motivated you to come out today?
What motivated me to come out here today is that I'm representing the organization My Brothers Keeper North, which is a part of the Barack Obama Foundation. We came to North in 2015 through Mayor Baraka's office and his leadership with right now his brother Katim Sylvia L. So we are here representing My Brothers Keepers North, and our position is that we try to invest in youth, in their future, invest in their education and careers, cradle to career pipeline. Building a new prison in North New Jersey is not the right way to go to rehabilitate young people. I think that the money could be redirected towards restorative and reparative projects to uplift and change the mindset of young people and to transform their lives. So that's what we're here today.
Okay. My second question is, why do you think racial acts are always disguised as economic issues? Like, when something happens that seems to be racially biased, some people tend to see it as some more of an economic failure or issue.
Well, everything in America is based on race, class, and gender, as well as economics. Slavery was an economic system. From 1619 to 2019 marks 400 plus years of our sojourn here as Africans in America. being kidnapped from our motherland of Africa to, us being incarcerated here in America. So that was an economic system, and it continues to be an economic system. Prison is an economic system. More than $200,000 is allocated to every young person incarcerated in youth prisons here in the state of New Jersey, which is one of the largest disparities of any type of disparity with white and black youth in terms of incarceration and youth justice. So everything is always economically driven because America is a capitalistic society and nation state, and it's also dealing with race as well. You know, no other people have gone through what African Americans have gone through in the annals of history. That was based upon race as well as economics.
Okay. My final question would be, what do you think about NJ's incarceration rate? Like, New Jersey has incarceration rate accounts for, like, I think probably most likely 56% of all of USA's, and you know how the United States incarceration is like way above everybody else's worldwide. So what do you think about that?
It's not prison.
So when you're talking about disparities, definitely that's an actual fact that, you know, the disparity is high in New Jersey. People must also remember that New Jersey is one of the last states in America, especially northern states, that abolished slavery. So it has always been a slave state, and we have slave labor in the north of America. And New Jersey was a slave holder state as well. So when you talk about incarceration, the disparity is definitely high. There's more than 30% more of African Americans being incarcerated in youth justice and youth prisons here in New Jersey versus European young youth in New Jersey. And this has to stop. The way it's going to stop is that we have to have actions like this. It brings awareness, but we have to have reparative and restorative justice for African American males as well as young men of color here in the state. It's going to happen when we repair the mindset of young people to stop engaging in criminal activities in the first place. Then that's a prevention, and the intervention is working with the prisons to release these young people into community-based programs that does restorative and reparative justice here in the state of New Jersey.
Okay. And then my last question would be, what is your opinion on the governor's? What do you think was the motivation for this prison to be built in the first place? Like, what do you think, like, when the people on the drawing board or in the government's office, when they're deciding what to do, since before, we all know that this problem before was solved because Chris Christie said, okay, then we tore down the 3 prisons, but then 3 new ones are going to be built. So what do you think was the decision behind that? Like, why did they want to build these prisons?
No, we're not stopping the line. Come on, we're going to get the line.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get So to answer your question on that particular question, give you an answer.
Yep.
So to answer your question in reference to that, I'm not in that boardroom, I'm not there, but my perception and my belief is that it's all economically driven. You must remember that Newark is building a $4 billion worth of construction here in the city of Newark. Every major city in America is going through what is called gentrification and displacement. So in Newark, New Jersey, that economic boom that's happening is a multi-billion-dollar boom. So they want to have this particular prison, this particular institution in order to incarcerate young people, because it's definitely profit-driven. It's going to build up an economy more inside of New Jersey and here in Newark, New Jersey, to drive economic prosperity for the rich, who definitely invest in youth prisons. So it's definitely economically driven.
Thanks. I would like to ask you a few questions about what's happening today.
Okay.
So, first question is, how do you think prison reforms, specifically in this community right here, could affect us positively, the community?
How do I think the prison reform can impact?
Yeah, prison reforms, if they happen.
I think that it's extremely important for us to do whatever we can to end the school to prison pipeline. So it's critical that at this time more money is poured into preventive services, community-based services that are going to build the youth up rather than criminalize youth.
Okay. My second question would be, do you think that the money that's being poured into this prison construction could be invested in somewhere else? If so, where?
Yes, absolutely. As a social worker, I am very well aware that even when youth are struggling with issues, it's often related to a program of poverty and trauma and mental health issues. So I would definitely love to see more money invested into youth's emotional and mental health, invested into the school systems and making the schools in lower income communities, giving them the resources that schools in wealthier districts tend to have.
Okay. And my final question would be, how do you relate what's happening here today to the overall problem of incarceration here in the U.S.? Like, you know how,
Problem of go ahead.
like, you know how the United States has the highest incarceration rate in the entire world, like, you know, probably like, I think 40 times over everybody else. So how would you think that doing what we're doing here today, how would that, do you think we could make it, I'll make a change, but I'd say probably make a small, or start something.
I want to make sure I understand the question.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the question. How do you say what we're doing here today would relate to the overall problem of incarceration in the United States?
Okay. So I think that advocating to not build prisons and not be incarcerating people, for most of the people that are in prison are not there for violent crimes, right? There's this myth that's being created that putting people in prison are keeping the streets safe, when the reality is that the policing is different for people of color versus white people, right? Which is why people of color are represented in the prison system. It's not because they're committing crimes at higher rates. So the idea that what's happening here is absolutely representative of what's happening across the country. I think that there needs to be more police training in terms of issues of implicit bias, so that there can be true liberty and justice for all, not just indoors, but really across the country.
Thank you.